Welcome to this lesson on how to mindfully switch your brain mode for increased business success. Before we begin, take a moment to just get present in the moment, pulling back your energy into this now moment while taking a deep breath with me. Settle in and arrive here. Ready? So let's talk about stress. Stress affects your body in various ways. A steady flow of cortisol from chronic stress can damage your short-term memory and reduce your brain cells. It can cause jaw pain and headaches. Stress hormones also narrow the arteries and increase your heart rate, which over time can raise your risk of cardiovascular disease. It affects the balance of gut bacteria and hurts your metabolism. You burn less calories when you're stressed, research has found. Stress activates a psychophysiological response. The mind perceives a threat or emergency and our body reacts. You've probably heard of the fight or flight effect. Your system churns out stress chemicals including adrenaline, norepinephrine, and cortisol, causing your heart to race and your blood pressure to increase as oxygen goes to your large muscles. In the Stone Age, this response would save us from a woolly rhinoceros. But today, it causes our brains to overreact, interpreting mildly stressful situations like a tight work deadline as a run for the hills emergency. Over time, constantly cycling into this revved up state can cause wear and tear on our heart, our muscles, and our brain. But beyond all these health risks, which eventually will affect your productivity and happiness, stress and worry has another lesser known negative side effect that could be hurting your business success. And that is their role in affecting your brain mode. You see, stress takes up mental bandwidth and it throws a little switch in our brains, switching our brains from exploratory mode to exploitatory mode. Exploratory mode is the aliveness and interest that we often feel looking at the world when we visit a new country or place. You know how everything feels new and interesting and intriguing? Exploitatory mode, on the other hand, is the habitual way of thinking that you switch to when you're driving the same route to work every day. Sometimes you can't even remember how you got there. It relies on existing knowledge and less on creative, out-of-the-box thinking and being open to new stimuli. Your brain basically goes into energy-preserving autopilot. And our brains much prefer to be in exploitatory mode. So it will often default into this. But exploratory mode is crucial for business success because in this mode, our brains can adapt. It can create new solutions. It can innovate. It can focus deeply. So to put it another way, stress takes up mental bandwidth. The effect is the same as when your computer is downloading a big file in the background while you're trying to work and run programs. Your brainy supercomputer has less megabytes or gigabytes available to you because your stress program is downloading in the background. So your mental computer shuts down what it sees as non-essential programs, or it slows them down considerably. And often we don't even know that this throttling is occurring because you don't see your own brain cursor looping around in a circle. You often don't have enough awareness and conscious mindfulness of your own state to realize that this is occurring. The awareness of this is one of those non-essential programs that gets shut down first. So research has found that when our mental capacity is loaded in this way, we are more exploitatory and less creative. Bringing mindfulness into our day can reduce stress and free up some bandwidth so that we can tackle problems or work obstacles in a more creative way. By taking this course and implementing the practices in it, you are already improving your work-life bandwidth and your chances for success, promotion, and overall life satisfaction. Taking this course and putting what you learn into practice, because remember, just watching the videos is not going to do much. It is actually learning and practicing the steps. It's a little bit like running a defrag program and freeing up space and improving the RAM and memory available to your system. So now you can run the big programs, the ones that really gets results. One of the current challenges, for instance, of remote working or hybrid working is that more people are feeling that their days are becoming this bland blend of the same. Get up, then move to another room to work, then eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, rinse and repeat. So if you feel a bit stuck in a rut with your life or your work, it is actually a sure sign that you need to make a point of switching your routine up and switching your brain to exploratory mode. So here's a fun practice to incorporate into your mindfulness journey. Try to switch your mind purposefully into exploratory mode versus exploitatory mode a few times today and in the days going forward. For instance, you can drive a route to work, school, or the grocery store that you've never driven before. And as you drive, pay attention to the environment using all of your senses, as if you were visiting it as a foreign country, really paying attention to the people, the sights, the sounds, the smells that you encounter. Or choose a dish at the restaurant that you've never eaten before and really taste all the different tastes and textures while being fully present to the experience. Or you can listen to a piece of music that you've never heard before and is in a different genre than that you normally prefer. Turn it up loud and experience it fully, with every note dropping into your consciousness and presence. Do any one of these 3 practices and think about a few more. Drop some of the ideas that you have and practice into the Q&A section of this course, where we can all benefit from new ways to switch our brain into exploratory mode more. I'll see you in the next lesson.